Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought that I would be trying Sephora's Clean Collection. So they have like a foundation product, some lip products, they have some brushes. So I thought that I would try them out with you today. So if you'd like to see these products in action and hear my initial thoughts, then just keep watching. So first off, they have a series of brushes that come in this collection. The first one is the foundation brush, which I am assuming goes with the Clean Glowing Skin Foundation right here. They also have an entire brush set. This is the Clean Break Apart brush set, which I guess is helpful for traveling. The brushes get smaller. They also have some lip products in this collection. We have the Clean Glossy Lip Oil and the Clean Lip Mousse. So I think that we will start with the foundation and foundation brush and see how they go. So I have the shades 5 and 15, and I don't quite think I'm 15, so I guess we'll be going with 5. Claims on this is it's a clean glowing skin foundation enriched with matcha tea and vitamin C, hydrates skin, leaving a radiant finish and light buildable coverage. Sounds good. And I did read online that this is for dry to normal skin, and I'm normal to combination. So we'll see how it works. And this cute little guy is the foundation brush. It says the circular head and dense bristles evenly buffs foundation into the skin to achieve a light but buildable coverage. Synthetic vegan bristles are soft, cruelty-free, and work best with liquid and cream formulas to be used with the Clean Glowing Skin Foundation. No detectable scent so far. Just gonna dip in and buff this in. I'm already out. Okay, so this side has the Clean Glowing Foundation. This side is without, so you can see before and after. It definitely provides a light level of coverage. You can see that things are just kind of smoothed out, evened out on this side. Not a whole lot of difference between the two, but you can't see the redness, you can't see the blues, you can't see like any scarring as much. It just kind of cleans it up. Would I say that this is a glowy foundation? Not really. I feel like the side without is a little bit more glowy than the with side. So looking into this brush set, it says the 5-piece brush set allows you to dispose of responsibly. It includes a foundation brush, powder brush, concealer brush, shadow brush, small shadow brush. Each brush can be taken apart after useful life. The handle and ferrules are made of gluten-free, glue-free plastics with the ability to biodegrade in the appropriate conditions. Oh. Okay, so these are meant to break apart, I guess, for easier decomposing when you're done with them. That's interesting. So it wasn't to make it easier to travel with. I was wrong. So let's try this foundation brush on the other side. So they come apart and then they go back together. So we'll try this one on this side. I can already tell you I like this brush a whole lot more. Okay, so I don't think that I used quite as much foundation on this side with this brush, but it covered a lot better. I have 2 pretty large pimples over here, and I would say it covered a majority of it. One down here. I like this one a lot better. I like the application better. I like the coverage better. So I'm gonna say if you were going to buy a brush from the collection, I'd skip on the little one, although it's cute and compact and portable and has like soft matte touch. This one applies much better. Okay, so is this foundation buildable? It is. I was able to build it up here for, I would say, probably medium coverage. I think that the shade is nice. The finish is very pretty. It does give you like a light satin finish. I wouldn't say it's super dewy or super radiant. And I'm gonna give it a minute to see if it sets down or if it needs a powder. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply a little concealer and we'll be back to try the lip products. And I also have a Sephora brow product that I'm dying to try. Not part of this collection, but I figured I'd toss it in here anyway, so be right back. And something to note about this brush set, the glue that they put in here is so intense that while trying to pull out the concealer brush, I snapped it in half. So Sephora, if you are watching this sticky glue to keep the brushes in this plastic is ridiculous. I could not get this one out for the life of me, and this one I broke my concealer brush. So just a heads up, these are very difficult to remove because of whatever sticky, tacky substance they put in the plastic to keep them in place. Yeah, it's no good anymore, so just be aware. I went ahead and taped it together just so I can see how this shape works for concealer. I rarely use a brush for my concealer. I just feel like it leaves too many brush stroke marks. I often just use a sponge, so that's just what I'm going to smooth everything out with. And to answer the question of does it need to be set, it is completely dry along my jawline. So I don't think this does need to be set if you have dry to normal skin. I feel like it's gonna stay put just fine. And it did pull a little peach on me as it was drying. So just be aware that shade 5, once it dries and oxidizes a bit, it does pull a little bit more on the peach side than the cool side. But for the sake of trying some more brushes, I'm going to try the powder brush. Now this one I already pulled out yesterday and removed the sticky piece because, like I mentioned before, it was ridiculously hard to get some of these out. See if I can show you what I'm talking about. See that? This is how I snapped the other one. I was pulling and pulling and pulling, and the brush snapped in half. Oh. Did you guys hear that? Too much glue, Sephora. So powder brush. If it's not tightened, you'll hear like rattle, rattle, rattle as you're using it. Just make sure it's tightly secured to the bottom piece, but I really like this brush. It's very soft. It applied the powder evenly, not scratchy at all. I usually like Sephora powder brushes, so this one's a thumbs up for me. The foundation brush is a thumbs up for me. The concealer brush is fine. I just don't use concealer brushes. I use sponges generally, and that only leaves the 2 shadow brushes, which I'm assuming I will like if I can get them out of the packaging. So let's move on to lips. Okay, so they gave me a clean lip mousse and a lip oil. So we'll try the mousse first. It is in the shade 01, and I think it says Pino. Okay, it's got like a pointed doe foot applicator. This one has a slight scent to it, but I like that shade. These remind me of a NYX product. I think they used to have like a satin mousse lip or a something mousse lip. This reminds me a lot of that. The shade is fine. It's pretty basic, pretty lackluster, but it's a lip mousse. No real taste. No real scent. At first I was getting like a, I don't know, like those products that are unscented, but then you kind of taste the ingredients. So definitely no taste, no evident scent, which I appreciate. So let's take this one off and try the lip oil. Now we have the Clean Glossy Lip Oil in the shade 02 Apricot. I was expecting it to be like a squeezy tube. It is a wand. This one definitely has like a chemically Crayola type of scent to it, taste to it. It tastes like I have like melted crayons on my lips, or really old like Wet n Wild lipstick, like that type of fragrance. I normally really love lip oils, but I don't like the taste of this one. Now some brow products that I've had sitting around for a while from Sephora that I haven't had a chance to try. We have 2 of, I think these are their Microblade Effect brow pens. I have 2 shades, and then we have their retractable brow pencils. So I figured we would give these a try. And I usually can't get away with the blonde one. It just doesn't show up on me. So we will go with the, what shade are you? Universal Deep, and then the taupe brow pencil and see what happens. First, let's look at the color. Oh, it's a single pen. I was expecting it to be one of those like 3-prong pen things. So normally with like a felt pen like this, I would prefer to do it before doing my makeup, but we'll give it a try. That looks very realistic. I hope I wasn't blocking it with the mirror the entire time. But I was able to get very realistic brow hairs on this side, which I really like. So this is kind of before. I have some decent brows. It gets pretty sparse in some areas. But I was able to add realistic looking hairs in the front, which I really like. So now let me try the pencil and see if I can kind of fill in any other spots and brush the product through. So we'll try the pencil now. And this is Universal Taupe, which is this shade right here. So they look like they're a pretty good match for each other. This allowed me to clean up the bottom line a bit. It's a little hard to have a completely straight line using one of those felt tip pens, so now let's brush it through. That looks very realistic. I like that. So before both products and after, a definite improvement for sure. So I think that's it for the new products that I had to try from Sephora. Let me give you a quick rundown. So far, I like the Clean Glowing Skin Foundation. It sets down, so it'll be very nice for people that have like dry to normal skin. There's no need to set it. Oily, I'm not so sure how well it would last, but we'll see. So I like this so far. The lip oil was a definite pass for me. I did not care for the taste of this one. Just not something that I would ever reach for. However, the lip mousse, which I am still wearing, is very nice, very comfortable, not drying. It's not accentuating lines in my lips. I like this. The little Sclean little kabuki foundation brush. I mean, it's cute, but it didn't really buff out the product as well as the brush. So I would recommend the brush set before this little doohickey. And I liked the powder brush as well from that set, but like I said, I broke one of the brushes in half because the glue was so intense. So I have a feeling that set's going to be on clearance soon, strictly because you can't get the products out of the packaging. And if you do, you snap them in half. And then the brow products, I like both of these. I feel like I could use this by itself and it would give me very nice brow-like, hair-like strokes, hair-like effect. Same with this one. This is the first single felt tip brow product that I've tried. Goes on warm, dries cool, so it's like the perfect shade for me. It's not too thick. I could still get small lines, but I could get thicker ones if I need to. So I'm a fan of both of these as well. So all in all, I would say this video was a success. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing what was new from Sephora, from their Sclean collection. As always, I will have links and information down below if you're interested in purchasing them. It's all below. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, remember to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and as always, I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.